Welcome to SortaOkay Reviews, where every fandom's welcome. I'm Nathan Bedard.
I'm Brad Newton.
And today we're doing not one, not two, but three. A triple review of My Hero Academia.
Yep, there's episodes 43, 44, and 45. So we're going to go through this kind of quickly, just to save us some time and not be, an hour video. But let's just jump right into it, back with episode 43. So we left off where Tokoyami had Dark Shadow and it was unleashed everywhere.
Yeah, it was really the Force Unleashed there. It was, he was running wild, but it was a pretty quick and solid solution to it. It was pretty much Bakugo and Todoroki had to just make some light.
Yeah, and before he did that, though, he accidentally destroyed Moonfish, completely destroyed him. So now we got all the students, well, not all of them, but a good group together. They decided they're going to protect Bakugo. So they're going to run back to Mr. Aizawa and the camp.
Hopefully they can get an Alexa. Alexa, turn on the lights. Oh, there you go.
There you go. And along the way, they run into Toga. And Toga was fighting Froppy and Uraraka.
Uraraka, yep.
Yeah, they're fighting her. And Toga sees Midoriya, and she's got a new crush now. She's like, has those lovely eyes for Midoriya now. So she's like, whoa, I'm way outnumbered here. She's like, all right, I'm out. I got a new boyfriend. I'm out now.
Yeah, she's just like, he's mine. Like, she's so weird. Like, she's just like, yeah, I like him now.
Yeah, so she runs away. We cut to Momo. Yeah,
also,
Yaoyorozu.
Real quick, we I believe in that episode we get some combat with
Uraraka. She shows what she learned from the
She
camp.
does a total smackdown and does gunfight. She just turns into a total badass.
It's like, yep.
She goes Kill Bill on his ass.
Yep. We get that, and as I said, we cut to Momo or Yaoyorozu, and she placed the tracker on the Nomu, which is a good call, which comes into play later in later episodes.
She pretty much turns the Nomu into a Find My iPhone, pretty much.
And then we see the students notice that Bakugo's gone now. They're like, yeah, we're protecting Bakugo, and then they're like, well, if you're protecting Bakugo, where is he? And they turn around like, what?
Yeah, and I'll give it to Bakugo. Bakugo's kind of a jerk sometimes, and a total dick, and he, all the students still really care about him. He's got some serious rethinking to do here if he gets captured.
Yeah, they've got a nice tight family bond. But not only is Bakugo gone, but Tokoyami's also gone.
Tokoyami's gone, yep.
So we are introduced to a new villain in the Villain Vanguard Action Squad, or whatever it's called. I think something like that. But he reveals his power is
the Legion of Doom,
and he's Mr. Compress. So he's able to compress people into like little marbles.
Yeah, he's got to catch them all. He puts them into little crystal balls. It reminded me of like those little crystal balls you used to they would put like either animal, like even Pokemon. I remember back in the day, but
yeah,
cool,
like bouncy balls, yeah.
And the easy way to break them though, if you just break them, they come back out.
Yep, just like it. That's maybe where he got the idea from. And we see the episode ends with Mr. Compress flying away, and Midoriya, the planner that he is, comes up with a quick plan to chase after him, where he gets Froppy. They all get tied up in Froppy's tongue, and Uraraka uses her zero gravity power on him, and they fling him towards to catch up to Mr. Compress.
Yeah, all I could think about during that part was just I just was replaying the song I Believe I Can Fly in my head. I believe it was so cool.
And the episode ends with the three, with Deku, Todoroki, and Shoji all land in front of the Villain Action Squad, or who's there being gathered. So which leads into our next episode, episode 44. This one was a much more emotional episode because this was the end of the summer camp training arc.
Yeah, they got this ending pretty quick. We got the. I remember reading the manga, and I was also surprised on how quick this ended.
Yeah, but I got some feels in this episode, but let's run through it real quick. We immediately see that fight break out between the Villain Vanguard Action Squad and Deku, Todoroki, and Shoji. And they have an interaction, and Shoji ends up with what he thinks is Bakugo, and Tokoyami's like, yeah, I got the marbles, I got him back. But then Mr. Compress is like, a good magician is like, makes people look over here when they actually look over, or the trick's done over here.
He was David Blaine.
Yeah. And he ended up having the in his mouth for some odd reason. He just put the balls in his mouth.
Like God Stoppers or something.
Yeah, some candy. Maybe they're delicious. I don't know.
Tastes like arrogance and an aggravated assault.
And then you get
A little dark shadow.
I don't know what Dark Shadow tastes like. We get
Dark berry.
They're about to, Warp Gate has appeared now, and then they're all retreating through the portal. And of all people, frickin' Aoyami with his naval laser just blasts his mouth, so he spits out Tokoyami and Bakugo, and Shoji, Deku, and Todoroki all rush to try to grab him, and Deku's just done at this point. You know, he's like, he's been training all summer camp, like his 1 million punch, his body just gave up on him, and he fell to the ground. And
yeah, and before we get to that final part, real quick, this is the Vanguard Action Squad, and like they're all villains, but I mean, regardless, these aren't pro heroes. Like they're all doing very well. I mean, for kids. I mean, you give them at least 1 year of training, I think they easily could have mopped the floor with them. Yeah.
But as I was saying, Shoji manages to grab Tokoyami, and he grabs him, and then Todoroki is about to grab Bakugo, and he thinks he's got him. He's like, we beat him, but then Dabi pulls out, and he's like, nah, grabs it, and then he breaks the marble open, and Bakugo appears, and Deku's still trying to run for Bakugo, and then he's like, don't, Deku.
Yeah, and I do think that, like, if you were to put that, like, I think it's just him saying, don't do it. You could either take it both ways. You could either say, oh, he's saying that because he's, Bakugo, he's a jerk, or he could be saying that as like, hey, don't do it, don't, like, this is dangerous.
Yeah, he's like, you can't take these guys, or at the same time, it could just be Bakugo and he not wanting to be saved. He's like, I'll get out of this myself.
Yeah,
so we'll see. And then we get like the narration, like at the end of the arc that we normally do. Midoriya talks about the rescue crews got there. Like, most of the students were injured, a lot of them were injured, one was missing. One of the Wild Pussycats is still missing. All we saw of her was just blood. All we saw of her is blood. She could be dead. They could have taken her. We don't know. Until we actually see what happens. So we see the rescue team show up. They're starting to put out the fires that Dabi started. And you really see, you really feel bad for the characters, because Midoriya wakes up in the hospital, and they say, Kirishima says that Bakugo is gone. They're like, he knows, everyone got injured, some people, Yaoyorozu's still in the hospital, there's...
He really starts to, he realizes, I did save Koda, but he was a pretty much one and done.
Yeah,
he saved one person, and he was done. And
then, so we get
a cool scene with All Might, which he's pretty much he's been the number one hero for the longest time. He's been saving people left and right, and this is something he could have easily taken care of. But I mean, he has to watch his students heal, and
he said my students were fighting for their lives, where I was off, doing nothing.
Yeah, and pretty much he bulks back up, and he's serious now. He wants to fix this.
Which leads us into this week's episode. So we're finally caught up, episode 45. It's that one. I remember the title of that one's from Ida to Midoriya. But so the students are talking in the hospital again, and they've pretty much decided now that they're going to go after Bakugo, or a handful of them have.
Yeah, pretty much like Todoroki, I can't remember. Kirishima, and they want to go after Bakugo. They're like, we gotta go save him, but some of the other students are like, no, we can't. We don't have permission to use our powers, and that's pretty much breaking the rules. And that's kind of what the villains are. I know it's for a good cause, but we can't do this. We have to leave this to the pros. And we kind of get a Civil War moment. Should we do it? No. Should we do it? Yeah.
But it's kind of the majority of the class is saying, no, don't do this. There's really only two people that are saying, yeah, we're going to do this, which is Kirishima and Todoroki.
Which also, pretty much, it's the people that have, powerful quirks are yeah, let's go do this, where the other ones are nah.
I mean, the pros got this. Yaoyorozu told All Might, she said, I got the tracker, play son. They'll take care of it. But Deku's 50-50 on it. He's I know I shouldn't do this, but I was told he's in my reach. I gotta try.
Yeah, and pretty much we get that speech from All Might. If stories of the best heroes are pretty much those people that moved without thinking.
So they decide to meet at night and what they're gonna do. And Yaoyorozu comes out, and she's pretty much I'm not gonna stop you guys from going. So this is my compromise. This is what we're gonna do.
Like, I'm gonna come with you.
Yeah, and Ida shows up too, and he yells at Deku and Todoroki. He's like, this was the same mistake I made with Stain. Like, you guys saved me from Stain, and I'm trying to save you from making the same mistake.
Yeah, and like Ida kind of gets like a little pity when he's like, you don't care about me.
He's like, this is like a selfish thing. Like, what are you guys doing?
Like, why don't you care about my feelings, jerks?
And then he was so mad he punched Deku in the face.
Yeah. I swear, poor Deku, man. This kid keeps getting punched.
Yeah.
For no reason. First the balls, the head.
I think Ida was kind of justified in punching Deku this time.
I know, but let's stop punching the poor man. He's already injured enough.
It's the choke, yeah. Another thing I forgot to mention was that Deku got destroyed. His arm was destroyed this time.
Yeah, they said before, like, you know, like she said that there was permanent scarring on his hands, but now the doctor's saying this time too, like if you do this like level of
your power again,
you know, he does say, the doctor says 3 or 4 more times, so I think that's like a little leeway for us to think that, okay, this is probably gonna happen.
Whole life though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that like that's gonna leave us with a little leeway too. I can't see.
They're saying like his ligaments are getting destroyed.
I can't see going like, you know, I can't see more than 100 chapters and Deku doesn't at least have a power up to where he can fight villains pretty good.
Yeah, but like at this point, I'm kind of getting annoyed with the fact that like he keeps on breaking his arm. Like, I mean, I thought we were past that, and I kind of understand what he had to do it this time, but I'm like, he needs to not do that anymore because it's happened so many times at this point. He should like learn to use his quirk right, which he knows.
Or he can use it like one time, and then after that he does get bruised. I don't know.
But all right, so we see. We get to the city now. We have the team that's going to go get Bakugo. They see the target, right? That's, as you mentioned, it's the only target in that universe.
Yeah, and they want to. Yeah, it's only open target in the location, so they can go get some popcorn and maybe some Starbucks.
And they go to Camino.
And also, it's cool when they're set. Like Momo's pretty much like, oh yeah, we gotta get a disguise because people like villains know what we look like. And Deku, he says conspicuous, but he totally does the Wakanda. He's like Wakanda forever.
Yeah, the covert operation. Yeah. And then we see they're like, we need disguises, so they go into the store. They all get some funny disguises, and this is like the first like comic relief we've gotten in a while, because like the last episode was so emotional and the ending, so that we got some good comedy.
Yeah, and like, you know, everyone kind of, it's funny, like they all dress up like Deku goes for like the really aggressive, like kind of goes for like a Bakugo type attitude look.
Yeah.
And then also Momo's was pretty funny because she just, like, she's rich, so she doesn't really shop in stores like that. So she wanted an excuse to shop in a store because they stated, they're like, couldn't you have just made these outfits for free? She's like, oh no, I can't.
The economy.
She goes into the economy. She's like, yeah. So like she starts, but she wanted to secretly shop, and like
Momo's almost like thinking to himself, she's like, the rich white girl just wanted to go shop.
Momo's so cute. Like she's definitely one of the waifus of this show.
And then we get the broadcast, and we see Mr. Aizawa, Vlad King, and the principal.
I had to say it, but I barely noticed the principal. I was like, they said principal. Where is he?
Where
is he? I don't see. Oh, he's right there.
And they're issuing the apology. They're like, yeah, it's on us. Like, we weren't prepared for the villains. And they had a meeting earlier. They're like, we haven't had organized crime since before the days of All Might, so we've all gotten kind of laxed. Yeah, and I like how it's really not technically their fault. It's just... It does have to do with a lot of All Might being the presence there, and it's just like the UA has to sit there and be like, yeah, they have to take the blame for this. They just have to suck it up, and Deku and them know that they're just gonna take the blame for this. And so Mr. Aizawa is really. So we see like the public perception is like starting to change for the heroes. They're like, well, do better. Like, you know, they're kind of treating them like villains now. They're like questioning everything they do. So the episode ends with Bakugo talking to, I forget his name, the main bad guy.
Shigaraki.
Yeah, Shigaraki's name. And Shigaraki tells Twice, and Twice is a good gag character too. That is as a side. He's like, yeah, I'll definitely do it. No, hell no, I don't want to do that.
I'll do it.
Nah. So he releases Bakugo. He's like, and Doc's like, you know, he's gonna attack you right when you release him. He's like, nah, he's not.
He's good. Bow.
He's not gonna do that. We gotta treat him like an equal.
Which I do like. Like, you know, they're like, yeah, we want you to join a team, but they immediately are like, yeah, like, free him. Like, yeah, we're gonna start treating like a team. Like, we don't need these. Like, you're one of us. And they even like, even the magician guy's like, sorry for being so rough with you.
Yeah.
I just had to.
It's like, we think you are a good villain candidate, but what's Bakugo's response?
And well, it really you believe it too, because he's been really aggressive. Like, he doesn't seem like the hero type, but Bakugo, showing some good character growth and development, is like, no, I'm a hero. I want to be the hero. I want to save people.
He's like,
I'm not
the
joining.
next All Might.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not joining your ragtag stupid crew.
And he attacks him, and then they're like all surprised, and his hand falls off, and he says, "Father," but that's how the episode ends. But like, it's really good. It was really good to me, because I was thinking, like, are they gonna do like the Bakugo? Like, is Bakugo gonna be the next Sasuke?
Yeah.
Or like, is he gonna be the villain? But he's like, no. He's like, I'm a hero.
No, and I still think that one of the heroes could do that, but I think it's gonna be really one we're not expecting.
Yeah. So at least they didn't go down the path of the Sasuke thing with Bakugo. But anyway, I think that's gonna do it for our triple episode review for My Hero Academia.
Yep. We hope you had fun. We love talking about My Hero. There's some crazy, crazy episodes coming up in these next few episodes. It's gonna be so fun. We hope to have some guest stars on. Not anybody like super like famous or anything, but we just hope to have some of our friends on to do some of these review. But that's gonna do it for us. Remember, when we hit 50 subscribers, $20 gift card to a random subscriber, and we have more planned. At some point, if we ever hit 1,000 subscribers, I mean, well, actually, if we hit about 5,000 subscribers, there might be a Hot Toys giveaway.
All right. So all you have to do to get to that point is hit that subscribe button that's gonna pop up right there, and we'll have our last review of My Hero Academia up right here.
But that's gonna do it for us. We hope you have a good day. Thank you very much.